Programming blob storage using PowerShell. See, whatever we have done through Portal or through Storage Explorer or even for that matter AZ Copy, those things we can also achieve using PowerShell. So let us see small examples here. I know I have not covered PowerShell introduction yet, but still this is something very basic. So we go to PowerShell window. First thing we will have to do is we will log in into PowerShell. We should log in into Azure portal. So for that, login hyphen AZ account. That's the command. So I logged in. This is my account. This is my subscription. Ensure that you are at the right subscription. Subscription ID, tenant ID, and environment. That's good. Now I need to execute the command. Now what is these commands for? We can actually create a new storage account altogether. We can give a name to the storage and this is the command to create a storage container. So in this particular storage, with this key, we would like to create a storage container. So for that, first we have to get an existing storage context. And that context which is returned here, we should pass it to the subsequent command where the storage container is getting created. Permission off, that means in private mode. So I copy this to paste here, and you will see that when I press enter, the input was not valid string it contained. The key is not valid. So let's paste here. I should give the storage key, which I'll get it from the storage account. And now execute them. Demo container. Verify if that is created or not. So go to storage, blobs, and we should have a demo container. Empty. So like this, you can execute command to upload a file. And everywhere you should notice the context will be the requirement, because that is the account in which we would like to, that is the storage account in which we would like to perform this operation. So I'll copy this. We've already got the context. Now this has to be replaced with the file name of what we want to upload. So I have it here, slash some file, some PNG file, blob name you can give here, java.png, and in this context, now select this statement alone because the first two are already executed. Run the selection and you see it's uploading here. Oh, something went wrong again. File does not exist. The specified container does not, okay. DSS demo container, spelling mistake in that. And execute. Perfect. And you can verify we have java.png. So like this, all other commands also you can try. Now suppose you do not want to every time mention the context. You can execute set Azure RM current storage account and make that storage account as the default storage account for rest of the Azure session, PowerShell session. that's it. You can you see now we got this storage context. I am getting the context. In the context, along with other information, I am also getting the current storage account. So all my operations will now be performed on this storage account. So if I want, I can actually remove this now, and same command, let's say with Java 1.png, I can execute. That's it. No need of context now anymore, because that is the current storage account. So this point also you have to keep in mind. Once the default context is set, you do not have to mention the context with every command. Similarly, you can download the blob. You can set the metadata through PowerShell in case you want to set the metadata. Through PowerShell, you can get the metadata, which is a key value collection, and then from the key, you can get the value. Using async blob service, source, destination, everything can be initialized here. And start Azure storage blob copy. Basically, it's going to do a server to server copy. Same thing which we can achieve using AZ copy. We can do this. Start Azure storage blob copy from one storage account to the other storage account. This is the source storage account based on its key we are getting here. Destination storage account. If you want to copy a blob to one container to the other, only one blob you want to copy. All blobs if you want to copy. So first get the container, get all the blobs. Get storage blob. Because we did not give any filter, all the blobs will come, and the output of this is piped into this. So the blob which is output of this is copied into this destination. And start storage blob copy. So absolute URI destination, you can use this also. So basically, yeah, PowerShell is what most of the automation softwares are going to make use of. If you are doing Azure automation, you may want to do some kind of thing on a regular basis, and you don't want somebody to manually start that. So you can create an Azure automation service and create a runbook in that. And in that runbook, you will have to write all this code. So that is where storage can be programmed using PowerShell. You can also execute all these PowerShell commands by simply going to the option here. That means you don't have to install PowerShell on your local machine. Just go to Cloud Shell, and here you have to choose whether you want bash, basically the CLI commands, or PowerShell. Let's say for now it is PowerShell. For PowerShell, one storage is going to get created, temporary storage. You just say creating. Hardly anything will be cost on that, so don't worry. And once that is created, this environment will initialize. From here itself, all the PowerShell commands can be executed. You don't need to install PowerShell on your local machine. That is the idea. So we'll have to wait for this to finish. Yep, it's done. And you'll get the PowerShell prompt. So same command. You can execute on this prompt. I'm leaving that for you to try. So this is all about using PowerShell for controlling Azure storage. Right now I have demonstrated specifically for blob, but we will use the same PowerShell for generating SAS tokens later. We can use PowerShell to work even with other type of storage services if required. That's all in this session. Thank you.